Hey guys, what's going on? Nivens here. Time for your weekly rock windup. Well, it was announced over last weekend that the saga that is Tim Lambesis, frontman for As They Lay Dying, finally coming to a close. He was sentenced to 6 years in jail for attempting to hire a hitman to murder his ex-wife, down from what he could have got at 9. So if there's any sort of silver lining, I guess that's it. But Tim Lambesis going away for 6 years. Well, even though we lost Dave Brockie, a.k.a. Oderus Urungus from Gwar, it seems that the Gwarbecue will go on not with Hatebreed as headliner in August, but with Gwar themselves, announcing this week that they are sharpening their blades for the 5th annual Gwarbecue. Not really sure how this whole thing will lay out, or if Oderus will possibly make some sort of, beyond the grave appearance. I guess as more details unfold, we'll fill you in. Believe it or not, James Hetfield, Metallica's frontman, hunts bears, and he's going to be hosting, or narrating, I should say, a season 8 episode, June of The Hunt, about hunting bears. So, yeah, who would have thought that? It happened last evening. 2 doppelgangers squared off. Worlds collided. 2 men who have been confused for one another for eons went head to head on Jimmy Kimmel Fallon, whatever the guy's name is. Jimmy Fallon? Okay. On The Tonight Show last evening. Pretty funny stuff. The interview, I think, was a lot more enjoyable than the drum-off. If you were wondering, though, who won at the end, it was Chad Farrell. Or was it Will Smith? No, it was Will Ferrell winning some sort of like giant, I don't know, triangle coin thing or whatever. But then the rest of the guys from Chili Peppers came out and they jammed a little bit, Don't Fear the Reaper. So if you haven't watched it, check it out. It's pretty funny stuff. But again, the drum off happened last night. Finally, a lot of money was raised for good causes. So high five to those guys. And to close out your weekly rock windup, Jim Root out of Stone Sour. No word on how this is going to affect his relationship with Corey Taylor, who also is part of Stone Sour and Slipknot, seeing as Jim is part of Slipknot. I guess it was announced. Well, I don't know if it was supposed to be announced, but he was having a conversation with a fan, I think, on Instagram, and they asked him about a couple of shows coming up that he's not going to be performing in, or a couple of shows that passed that he didn't perform in. Basically, he responded with, yeah, I'm not in that band anymore, not my choosing, not too happy about it. So that initially sent the internet, of course, into a buzz. Again, no real word on how that will affect his relationship with Corey inside of Slipknot. I am Nivens. Thank you very much for tuning in to your weekly rock windup. I will be out in Grain Valley tonight. Whiskey Tango. I'm going to get deep inside of you with Rockfest tickets every 15 minutes. And of course, have a safe and smart Memorial Day weekend. Peace. Right here. Not money. That's the best you're going to get.